welcome to Be This Practical Tarot. Thank you so much for being here and joining me. So today I have a reading for the new moon in Cancer. I am asking for messages from Mother Moon as they relate to each of the signs and the houses that will be highlighted during this lunation. If you are ready for the reading, you can go ahead and check out the timestamps below. I would say start with your rising sign, as that is the area of your life that will be highlighted the most during this time. But because this is a new moon in Cancer and feelings are going to be rising high and we are being asked to check in with our inner selves and our intuition, you can also check your moon sign and your sun sign if you feel called to. Now, I do want to say that this is not an in-depth astrological reading. If you are more interested in the astrology behind what's going on and aspects and numbers and degrees and all that stuff, there's a lot of wonderful astrologers out there with all of that information. My purpose here is to synthesize information in a way that is accessible to help us navigate this energy and ask Mother Moon for messages through the tarot to help us guide us at this time. Now, I do, however, want to talk a little bit about what the new moon in Cancer is. Okay, so first of all, new moons are a wonderful time to set intentions. Okay, not a lot of action is taking at the moment, but you are starting to consider those ideas, starting to think about what it is that you are growing. You are thinking about the steps that you need to take in the next 6 months and even furthermore, right? What is it that you want to grow? Now, the new moon in Cancer at this time does want us to approach this from a place of what nourishes our soul, what nurtures our spirit. This is a great time to strengthen our intuition and get real with ourselves about what we actually want. It's a beautiful time to revive our dreams, our aspirations, and we're being asked to take action from a place of emotional fulfillment. Okay, now there are some challenging aspects to this new moon. So you do have, for example, like Mercury and Pluto, which might make it hard to communicate our needs, to really learn from the ideas that are surrounding us, right? Like we might have a lot of ideas circling in our head that we're trying to reconcile. The moon is also squaring the lunar nodes, which can cause a lot of tension because it's encouraging us to get out of our comfort zone, to break cycles, to get real about the things that aren't serving us. And that is a bit uncomfortable. There's also an opposition to Ceres, which is pushing us to rethink what it means to nurture ourselves. So for those of us that are like, well, I don't even know what really nourishes my soul or my spirit, it's like you're relearning that, or being asked to really pay attention to, how am I parenting myself? How am I taking care of my needs? What are my emotional needs even? Okay. Nonetheless, like there is a lot of supportive energy out there. Okay. We have supportive energy from Venus, Saturn, Mars. Okay. This is really strengthening our ability to take action, our ability to find support in others through becoming vulnerable, and even being a source of support for others as well. Okay, so overall, this is a great time to work on strengthening your intuition, nurturing your emotional needs, and setting intentions from the heart. So that being said, all right, for the rest of the reading, I will be, going sign by sign and, highlighting, like the area that will be highlighted based on the sign. And then we'll be asking for messages from Mother Moon, what it is that you need to know about your inner world, your outer world. Okay, I hope that there are messages for you here. If there are, please feel free to leave me a like, a comment, subscribe if you feel inclined to. Let me know if this type of reading made sense. If you'd like to see more readings like this, I would absolutely love to hear from you too. Let me know what kind of readings resonate with you all. So thank you for sharing your energy with me, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hello, Cancer rising, sun or moon. Welcome to your reading for the new moon in Cancer. Happy rebirth to you all. For you, this new moon is hitting your first house. This is the house of self. So you could be not only creating new roots in who you are and taking action toward your goals, but you might even be uprooting things, completely changing who you are, finding yourself coming out of your shell, making changes to your appearance, how you show up, taking care of yourself. This is a great time to set intentions around your emotional well-being and your personal growth. It's a great time to ask yourself what parts of me are evolving and how can I honor who I once was, made me who I am today. So let's see what messages Mother Moon has for you today. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Page of Wands showing up for you in your internal realm over here. Okay, so for those of you who have been very stuck in your head, kind of circling, like you might have a lot of these thoughts circling about like, well, what is it that I need to work on? What is it that I need to uproot and change up over here? And I feel like you are almost sensing that you are trapped, but the Eight of Swords wants to remind you that there are options out there. Okay, to me this is a card of communicating your needs, so talking things out with people, finding support groups, finding oh sorry, I love this, you have a Chariot showing up here. Sorry, this is for you. Sorry, but yeah, it's like finding support with people, finding options, like, you know, kind of, you don't have to take everybody's ideas, but it's almost like you're talking things out so that you can get ideas about how you might go about things, what it is that you can do to feel better, to feel more whole over here. And like I said, you don't have to listen to what everybody is saying. This is more about the collection of ideas and then ultimately going deep within and figuring out, hey, this is what feels right for me. Okay, I love that the Chariot showed up over here, like at the end, like what's coming your way is you standing in your power, like you really feeling strong. This is a card of Cancer, that's why I'm saying this. Okay, feel like whatever you've been going through, you know, the Chariot does speak of, you know, like it's a difficult journey, right? But you are choosing, you're saying, nope, that has not worked for me. I want to become something else. I want to become something different. And this is saying you are going to be successful. Keep on the path. All right. So especially if you've been sensing some frustrations, if you're continuing and willing to do the work over here, the universe is telling you the support is there. Okay. You can also have other Cancerian energy be supportive, so whether that is, you know, somebody with Cancer placements, but it could just be people who are nurturing. I'm seeing it as welcome in that nurturing part, of other, like welcome in, like people who want to nurture you. If somebody wants to take care of you, be open and receptive to that energy. Okay, now you do have Page of Wands and King of Wands showing up over here, so I do see that you getting in touch with your creativity, getting in touch with your passions is going to be super important right now. Find that inspiration within you. Mama Moon wants you to get creative, have some fun, enjoy yourself. Okay, the King of Wands, I'm seeing this as a level up. It's like you're starting, you might be starting slow and unrefined, kind of just getting to know yourself, exploring different options over here and figuring out, hey, this is what feels good. But then the universe is going to reward you by turning you from this page to this king. So really bringing you this level up. Okay, the King of Wands is very boss vibes, being in charge once again, feeling reignited by life, and that's what you're charging toward at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, Cancer, but I hope that there were messages for you here. If there were, please feel free to let me know your likes, comments, subscribes. Let me know if you'd like to see more readings like this and if there was anything for you here at all. So we are going to move on to Gemini. All right, hello, Gemini. Gemini rising, Gemini sun or moon for you. This new moon in Cancer will be happening in your second house of self-worth and self-value. Okay, you could be setting a lot of intentions around financial goals, money, saving your time, your energy. Okay, you might be very focused on creating security. A great time for budget checking, a great time for figuring out what you have access to, right, and how you can build from that. Okay, really consider what it is that you are trying to create and what changes need to happen for you to feel stable and like you have your own back, right? This is like an I got me kind of energy. On the more emotional level and emotional, that, you know, is what you're doing sustainable, you know? Like, is this something that is emotionally fulfilling, okay? Like, that's something that you're asking yourself at this time. Do you value what you do? Do you feel value in what it is that you are doing? And do you value it yourself? Like, do you feel valued and do you value it, right? And how are you showing yourself that you value yourself at this time? So I'm going to go ahead and get into messages from Mother Moon. See what Mama Moon wants you to know right now. Yeah, look, you are transforming. There are big changes happening in your deep within. It's like a whole rebirth, a rebuild, rehaul of who you are over here. So I'm going to say, with second house, like your career choices might be changing. How you make your money could very much be transforming. And I'm getting that it's coming from a sense of, one, like this is just not working. The Tower speaks to those things that were imposed on us, that we were born into, or that we just kind of been working and building for so long, because it's like you were told you have to build this tower this way, this is how your life is going to go, and you've been working on that tower, and all of a sudden you're going, wait a minute, I don't like this tower, I don't want it to look like this. So you are changing that up. You're saying, nope, I want my tower to look like this, I want my life to look this other way. You're deciding to walk away from something. I feel like Mama Moon is saying this is a great time to make those moves. Get in touch with your dreams, your aspirations. Remember that this is a time for setting intentions. So it's not like everything is happening all at once. But the Eight of Cups is saying definitely come from a place of trusting your intuition, from emotional fulfillment, and really get clear about what you're leaving behind with the Tower. So that as you charge forward, you don't find yourself, right, building the same tower all over again. It's like you're charging towards something that feels better over here. But let's see what else is showing up for you. You have the Fool. You have new beginnings coming for you, Gemini. These are gonna feel so good. All right, look, Mama Moon is saying, look, right now you might be going through a little bit of a chaotic moment, hectic times. The decision to leave something behind can be very draining, but the Fool over here is saying, take that risk, take that chance. This is saying, like new opportunities are out there for you that are going to help you feel so much more aligned to who you are, to your sense of self. Goodness golly, the Six of Wands over here is feeling victorious. So all of these moves are going to ultimately lead you to feeling good, but I don't want to dismiss that it is going to take a lot of hard work, right? And it might include like taking a couple of risks here and there, but that's why getting in touch with what you're leaving behind and what your dreams and aspirations actually are going to be so important at this time. All right, thank you, Gemini. I hope there were messages for you in this reading. If there were, please feel free to leave me a like, a comment, subscribe if you feel inclined to. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. All right, we are moving on to Taurus. Taurus rising. Welcome, Taurus sun or moon. Welcome to this new moon in Cancer reading for you. This new moon in Cancer is happening in your third house. Okay, this is local community. This is communication. You could find yourself exploring a new community. Like you might just have moved somewhere new and you're getting to know the people around you, or you might be getting to know, like maybe you've lived somewhere for a really long time, but you're getting to know new facets of that community and exploring and learning a lot of new things and meeting new people even. Okay, this is a great time to spend time with the people that you respect. Okay, really asking yourself, what type of people do I respect? What can I learn from them? Okay, connections, conversations are going to be super important. Focusing on your communication, really thinking about whether you're communicating clearly. This is a beautiful time to manifest, to write, and to speak your desires out there. So let's see, Taurus, let's see what else you have showing up for you here. All right, what does Mama Moon want you to know right now? Okay, you have the Eight of Coins showing up reversed and the Knight of Cups. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say if you've been overworking at something, don't be afraid to take it slow. Very much check your energy where it is that you are directing it. Okay, how are you how are you filling your cup of love, toward yourself? Are you creating space for joy, for happiness? Getting a sense of dissatisfaction with, like, it could be that you're caught up in the grind over here, with the Eight of Coins showing up reverse. It's just like, oh, like I have so many things to do. I have so many so many things to do, so many people to see, so it's kind of like taking a step back, redirect, say, okay, what is it that I'm actually trying to work toward? What is it that I want to focus my energy on? Is it towards self-love? Do you need to create more space for, just kind of chilling, just kind of having some fun times? Or do you need to redirect your energy toward, I don't know, what's going to make you happy? Okay, like that's really a big thing over here. with the King of Pentacles, okay, and the Moon showing up over here. I do see, like level ups. I feel like your Mama Moon wants you to take a step back and redirect your energy so that you can have more energy to charge forward later, okay? So this isn't like you're going to stay on halt. This isn't like, oh, I'm gonna stop working and then all of a sudden, I'm gonna lose momentum. This is more about regaining your energy at this time, okay? With the Moon showing up reversed over here, there could be, I don't know, some revelations, things that you discovered, things that you discover about yourself, things that you discover like through this creation of rest, right? You could be finding out more things about yourself, uncovering feelings, like how is it that I really feel about things, or you could be even, I don't know, like kind of. I'm almost seeing it as hearing from people that maybe you haven't heard from in a long time. Oh, which that makes sense with the third house. You could be hearing from people from that your childhood or that you grew up with, like siblings or something like that, could be coming into the picture over here, kind of wanting to talk to you, okay? But I do see this messaging of allowing yourself to rest and chill and enjoy yourself so that you can regain your energy later on. The King of Pentacles is saying you are going to be you're going to be stronger, right? You're going to be better able to create if you take this time. I'm going to say father figures. You might be hearing from a father. You could have, like, I'm getting like kind of, like, I don't know, like somebody maybe wanting to offer you something. Okay, so be open to that energy. All right, kind of, I mean, with the Moon showing up reversed, I am like, kind of hear them out, hear what people are proposing you, because you could be getting some offers in regards to your material realm. So this could be like a new job offer, a new career offer, especially through this connection through community. Okay. So just kind of keep your ears open, trust yourself, trust your intuition in regards to these connections. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, Taurus. But if there were any messages for you here, please feel free to let me know. Your likes, comments, subscribes are greatly appreciated. And we're moving on to Aries. All right, hello, Aries rising, Aries sun or moon. Welcome to your new moon in Cancer reading. For you, this new moon is happening in your fourth house. This is all about your home, your roots, okay? This is, you could be, changing your foundations. Okay, so you could be deciding to move. That maybe this isn't happening right now, but you could be planning to move in the next 6 months, trying to think about where I want to become established. Okay, something I'm going to say is that this is a beautiful time to check in with yourself about how you are creating sacred spaces for yourself, right? How are you creating harmony where you live, like where you actually are, like, where you, when you come home at the end of the day, does that place feel safe? Does that feel harmonious? A time to consider, what brings you physical comfort, what brings you emotional comfort, and how can you incorporate these into your living space? Don't be afraid to, add little details here and there to your home that make you feel more comfortable and that make you feel more secure. So you have the Queen of Swords and the Five of Swords showing up for you over here. Okay, it seems like you are very in your head about something. Yeah, so for a lot of you, there's rerouting. It's almost like, because with homes and roots over here, you could be veering away from like your, how do I say this, like your upbringing, right? Like you could be doing something very different than what you grew up with, and that could feel a little bit scary. That could feel a little bit frightening to separate yourself from what it was that you've always known. But oh, goodness golly, sorry, dang, I choked up. For some of you, you could have difficulties expressing what it is that like that you actually want. There could be a little bit of conflict with the Five of Swords showing up here, disagreements around what it is that you want. Like, I don't know, it could be like family saying like, no, this is what I want, or this is what you should be doing. But I do see this need for you to stand your ground, with the Five of Swords, and saying, well, what actually works with you with the Queen of Swords. Taking this time to learn. I feel like you're learning a lot about yourself. Be very mindful that you are checking in with your intuition, because sometimes the Queen of Swords in this attempt to be very logical and trying to, I need to take care of me, I need to take care of business, and this is the right way to do things. Sometimes in this attempt to be so logical, when we dismiss intuition, we end up making choices that aren't quite aligned to ourselves because we're dismissing that little feeling over here, so do pay attention to your feelings, pay attention to your communication, especially for those of you that are maybe separating from what people have always wanted from you or something like that. Is like, you don't have to throw things in people's faces, right? Like, you don't have to say, well, no, like, I don't want this. Like, you're not throwing tantrums in regards to deviating or creating something new or something different, right? Like, you can speak what you want. You can say, this is what I want to build for myself. This is what would make me feel safe, in a way that's, logical, calm, collected, clear. So be mindful of your communication as well, okay? I do see that Mama Moon wants you to find that balance in your material realm, okay? So, like, definitely your living situation, your thoughts, okay? I feel like it's your ideas. Like, your ideas and at what you're actually doing need to come into balance. There's this sense of, you have a lot of things circling in your head, but you're not quite acting on them. So that's something that Mama Moon wants you to focus on right now, to really gain perspective with the Hanged Man. Maybe you've already gained perspective and understanding. Maybe you've already said, okay, like, this is what makes me feel safe. This is what I want to work on, but you haven't quite acted on it. So the Hanged Man is asking you to start making some moves. You're slowly coming out of your shell, taking action toward what you want to build. And I'm going to say, with the Hanged Man, it can speak of sacrifice. So there could be something that you have to sacrifice in order to create the space that you want for yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that there were messages for you in this reading. If there were, please feel free to let me know. Your likes, comments, subscribes are greatly appreciated. All right, we are moving on to Pisces. Sorry, I said Taurus. That was Aries. Oops. Sorry. All right. Hello, Pisces. Pisces rising. Pisces. Wow. Okay. I need to hydrate. I'm sorry. All right, there we go. All right, that felt so much better. All right. Hello, Pisces. Pisces rising. Pisces sun or moon. Welcome to your reading for the new moon in Cancer. This is a beautiful energy for you, okay? There is just a lot of beneficial energy, and then this new moon is hitting your 5th house, okay, of creativity, self-expression, authenticity, following your passions. You could be creating roots around passion projects, or trying to get started on some sort of passion project, exploring your creativity, or even just finding yourself, finding what it is that brings me joy, okay? Set intentions around creating that joy for yourself, and be open to being supported. Putting yourself out there, okay? Do consider, where is it that you are experiencing joy, exploring new hobbies. Yeah, some of y'all could even be like making travel plans. You could be dating people, opening yourself up to just kind of having some fun, okay? Some questions to ask yourself at this time would be, when and where can I create space to do the things that I enjoy, especially those of you that feel like maybe you've been caught up in the grind or you don't have time for that, okay? And I'm going to say, that for those of you that are feeling some sort of hesitation around that, if you're feeling guilty for just taking a chill day, for doing something just for fun, why do you feel guilt around doing things just for fun? Or why do you put it off to the side? Like, why are you not creating that space if you feel like you just don't have time or something like that, okay? For some of you, might even be encountering, like, taking a step back and even figuring out, right? Exploring new things to figure out what is it that actually brings me joy here. So let's see what Mama Moon wants you to know right now. Okay, you have the Queen of Cups, you have the Page of Coins showing up for you here. So yeah. Well, I'm gonna say, take it slow. Yeah, you're taking it slow. I feel like some of y'all are learning right now. You got all reversals, I'm gonna say, so you could be feeling a little topsy-turvy. You could have a lot of things on your plate right now that, sorry, just distractions. Okay, look, I'm gonna say, what are you distracting yourself with? Okay, I don't know, that's just like a random message. I don't know what that means for your case specifically, okay, but I do feel like you're kind of getting distracted from working towards something. So what is it that you want to focus on? And also, maybe you need more distractions in your life, right? Kind of back to this joy, back to this finding things that maybe pull you away from your like your routines and things like that. It's to have some fun. Okay. I feel like, yeah, so for a lot of you, I feel like you are taking it slow. You are kind of learning. You're still learning about yourself. There could be, maybe you even have an inkling, like, I want to charge toward this, or I want to create that. And it's like, maybe you're learning about it. Maybe you're learning about a new hobby. Maybe you're learning about yourself. The Page of Coins is asking you to refine that energy. I feel like before you take action towards something with the Ace of Swords, there's still something that you want to learn. The Queen of Cups and the Empress are both showing up here in your innermost and your outermost. So I feel like, to me, the Empress and the Queen of Cups, in reverse. Okay, so here's a couple things. To me, in reverse, they're saying pour that cup of love into yourself, nurture yourself. Okay, pay attention to how you're taking care of your needs. I would say, yeah, like physically, like, are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating the goods that feel good for you, that make your body feel good? Those can be very important. But also emotional nurturing. Are you paying attention to your feelings? Are you working through your emotions, like those deep rooted emotions as well? But something that I will warn about with the reversed energy, especially for both of these energies, is to not allow it to veer into overindulgence, because the Queen of Cups can become a little bit tantrumy, or a little bit, too concerned with her emotional needs, that she ends up, kind of dismissing others. Or the Empress can veer toward overindulgence if you don't take care of that energy. So do find that balance within yourself. Okay, I feel like you're learning a lot. Some of y'all could even be learning how to reparent yourself. You could be learning how to mother yourself, with both of these mother energies showing up here. You could be hearing from your mothers. You could be or mother roles, or you could be like maybe communicating more, with your with a physical mothering energy. Okay, but also, even if it's not, it's more about, I feel like, learning how to mother yourself. Okay, like, that's something that I'm hearing here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, Pisces. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. All right. But if there were any messages for you here, please feel free to leave me a like, a comment, subscribe if you feel inclined to. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. All right, we are moving on to Aquarius. All right, hello. Aquarius rising, Aquarius sun or moon. Welcome to your new moon in Cancer reading. For you, this new moon in Cancer is happening in your 6th house. This is the house, your health, work, your routines, okay, what you're doing in the everyday life. That is calling for your attention right now. You're asking yourself, is what I'm doing sustainable? Okay, finding a healthy work-life balance, setting routines that include self-care and that are nurturing you are going to be important. You could be setting intentions around how you can do little things in your everyday life that are making you feel emotionally fulfilled, physically fulfilled, right? And physically, like, taken care of. Okay, asking yourself to check in with your body, check in with your mind. What are they telling you about what you need? And with the 6th house and sustainability, is like, you're not rushing into changes full force. You're slowly implementing changes that are going to benefit you, right? So this might look like, right, it's not like, oh, all of a sudden, like, oh, I know I need to change my eating habits, right? And then all of a sudden you're cutting everything that you consider bad out and then eating a whole new type of way and blah blah blah. It's kind of like, okay, what can I slowly start adding into what I do? What can I slowly incorporate into my routines until they become established, and then kind of continuing to grow from there. Okay, sustainability is the key. Now you have the Page of Swords and the Queen of Wands showing up for you over here in your innermost. I do feel like like, you're learning, okay, with the Page of Swords. You're exploring a lot of new ideas, and I feel like you're being asked to be open to what people are saying. I'm gonna say, talk things out, talk to people about what you're going through, get some ideas from others, okay, especially with the 8 of Swords. I feel like, I'm going to throw this out there, for some of you, your mental health could be a big of the priority, okay, like taking care of your mental needs. I don't know why I'm even getting, like, even potential burnout, and just kind of feeling so exhausted, like too exhausted to take care of your day to day. So don't be afraid to ask for support. The Page of Swords is communicative, they're talkative. I feel like being open, and the Page of Swords takes action, so I do feel like you're being asked to even if maybe you're not, let's say, going back to the sixth house, even if you're not completely overhauling your routines and things like that, you're still learning about things that you can incorporate so that you can prepare yourself to take action. Okay. With the Queen of Wands, I think that's where I'm getting like that sense of exhaustion. Like you might be feeling very tired, burnt out. Okay. The world is asking you to leave something. For some of you, like this could be like a big shift that is happening in your life that's affecting your day to day, right? Like, I mean, this could be like considering, you might even be considering leaving behind, what you do for a living, what you do for work, having that overhaul of how you take care of your body, right? Like you might be moving, living situation. I don't know. I feel like your material realm here could be very affected and you're thinking of a big move. But before you make those moves, I go back to this, talking things out, finding support outside of you to help you re-energize. All right. Thank you, Aquarius. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, but I hope that there were messages for you here. If there were, please feel free to leave me a like, comment, subscribe if you feel inclined to. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. We are moving on to Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. Capricorn rising, sun or moon for you. This new moon in Cancer is hitting your seventh house of one-on-one relationships. Okay, so this could be romantic relationships, it could be like boss relationships, okay, business partners, okay, anything like that that's one-on-one. Okay, I feel like you are being asked to open yourself up to new connections, okay? Asking yourself if your connections feel balanced, if they're harmonious. This could be a great time to improve old connections and set intentions around what do we need to do to feel balanced? What do we need to do to get along and feel like we're not, one of us is not giving more than the other, that we're both in this together, okay? You could have a lot of new people coming in, okay? Updating your social circles, updating your social media, okay? But I'm gonna say, very important to ask yourself, am I available? Am I very clear about what that balance looks like, right? Because if you're not clear within yourself about what feels like a balanced connection, then how do you know what it is that you are that you're asking for? Even when you might be communicating with somebody, but if you're unclear about what you want, and then your communication is going to come off iffy, right? Like you're going to be, maybe you ask for something that you didn't really need and whatever. So be clear about what it is that you want and then ask for that, okay? How are you showing yourself that you're available? How are you showing the universe? How are you showing others that you are available and open to receiving is an important question at this time, all right, Capricorn? I'm going to go ahead and move on to messages from Mother Moon. What does Mother Moon want you to hear right now? Yeah, Emperor, Hanged Man. Oh, interesting. No, I see. Okay, beautiful. You're being asked to take action, okay? I feel like some of y'all could have been in a in a kind of dreaming up, with the Hanged Man energy showing up. It's like you could have been dreaming up what it is that you want, gaining clarity. I feel like you've gained clarity toward what it is that you want to charge toward. For some of you, you've gained clarity about what's not serving you. If you haven't, right, once again, asking yourself, what don't I like in my connections? What is hurting me? I might need to let go, of this person. I might need to let go of this thing. I might need to let go of this habit, right? So this could be external, about people around you, right? Like maybe somebody that's just really draining your energy, or it could be about you, right? Like, oh, I have this habit of not sharing my needs because I am afraid of, showing up as weak, right? And then it's like, well, I have to sacrifice this idea that I'm showing up as weak for asking for what I need, right? So like you are sacrificing something in order to be able to charge forward. I feel like you're going to be taking charge at this time. Mama Moon wants you to take charge. Be over here, this emperor, be this person who takes care of yourself, who does what they want, does what feels good. Continue to charge forward. Don't be afraid to express yourself and voice your opinions, all right? And voice what your needs is what I'm going to go back to, okay? But you have the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, okay? Yeah, your material realm, I feel like your material realm is improving, actually. So good on you, all right? So you could have some growth. Ooh, like your connections, all right? So if it's more than romantic connections, you could be having new connections that improve your material realm in some way. So open yourself up to that, because The Five of Pentacles showing up reversed to me is saying that you are opening yourself up to resources, other opportunities, especially if you've been feeling down and out, or like you're not getting a lot of progress in your work, particularly work with the Eight of Pentacles showing up here. You could be coming into new opportunities. I do see that this is going to be hard work and it's going to be challenging, and you have to decide that it's something that you want to charge toward, but the resources and the opportunities are going to be coming your way. Okay, so are you open? Are you open to new potentials? Are you opening yourself up to suggestions, new opportunities, and are you willing to do the work? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, Capricorn. But if there were any messages for you here, please feel free to let me know. Your likes, comments, subscribes are greatly appreciated. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. We are going to move on to Sagittarius. All right, actually I need to hydrate a little bit. All right, hello, Sagittarius. Sagittarius rising, sun or moon. Welcome to your new moon in Cancer reading for you. This new moon is hitting your 8th house, okay? This is house of your private life, what's hidden. This can also an intimacy, okay? This is also shared resources, all right? So you could be setting some intentions around like even transforming your relationship to debt with other people. So like you might be refinancing things, you might be figuring out how you can get yourself out of debt, right? Like kind of working on that credit, like I heard like that credit score, like improving your credit, but also like getting yourself out of debt and things like that. Okay. A lot of transformational energy, transformative energy, okay? Emotions might be running high right now with the 8th house being activated, okay? But this is asking you to be very open, like open, being vulnerable, be open to embracing your changing emotions. Your feelings about situations might be changing. Your feelings about your shared resources, your feelings about relationships, your feelings, like, I feel like you're being asked to be very in touch with your intuition and your emotions, because you could have a lot of changing ideas right now, okay? This is a great time to observe, gather information, okay? And ask yourself, are you okay with being vulnerable? You know, do you have any fears around vulnerability? And I would even take a step back and say, you know, what does vulnerability look like to me, okay? Because with the 8th house, I'm also seeing it as, how can I explain this? Like with the 8th house, is because it includes like those shared resources, right? It could be like opening yourself up to people. It could be like individuals and things like that, and kind of saying, hey, you know, I kind of want to find that balance in what we're sharing, and things like that. So yeah. All right, you have the 10 of Cups and the World showing up over here. Yeah, things are definitely transforming. Whatever it is that's transforming within you, like those feelings, your perceptions, your ideas, they are bringing you a level up, I'm going to say, okay? With the World showing up, this is an invitation to leave the things behind that aren't serving you, to, well, open yourself up to this new energy, like the new perceptions, the new ideas that are coming in. I feel like you're being asked to nourish those and work with those and allow them to tell you what it is that you want your next adventure to look like, okay? With the 10 of Cups, you could be coming from a place of hurt. You could be coming from something that didn't work out. Seeing this as the wrapping up of cycles. Some of y'all could be leaving behind something that you once perceived to be very emotionally fulfilling. And now you're like, yeah, this doesn't do it for me anymore. You know, this old 10 of Cups, it's just, you know, this old version of what I wanted. My happily ever after has shifted. It has changed. And something, you know, with the 10 of Cups in the World energy, right? Like closing out of cycles, I would say check in with yourself about what it is that you're leaving behind. You know, what was it that didn't work out with the 10 of Cups showing up reversed, so that you don't end up repeating the same pattern as you embark on your new adventure. All right. Oh, yep. Page of Pentacles and Death. Yep. A lot of transformation. This is a card of Scorpio. The 8th house is the house of Scorpio. Scorpio might be significant for some of you over here, okay? Scorpio energy in general, all right? But you, or you know, Scorpio people, all right? But I'm also seeing it as just like allowing yourself to be okay, you know, be okay with being in the messiness of Scorpio energy it can be messy because it can be painful, it can be uncomfortable. You're really allowing yourself to sit with these feelings of frustration, but ultimately it's about transforming those. So don't be afraid to welcome that in or sit with that. Like, I feel like even talking things out with people who are not afraid to delve deep with you over here, okay? I'm gonna say I'm getting the message that things might not be panning out as quickly as you'd like them to. So for some of you, it could be that you have a clear idea about what you need to leave behind, what's not working, and wrapping up these cycles. Welcoming your level up, and things might just not be manifesting quite so much right now. And for others of you, it's because you still need to get clear on your ideas. There's still energy that's shifting. There's still ideas that are evolving. Like, you're not done. Like, maybe you had an idea and you're like, yep, I'm going with this, but that idea hasn't finished evolving. So there's still some learning that I think needs to happen, and gathering of your resources. With the Page of Pentacles reversed, okay, really checking in with yourself about what it is that you have access to, the money, the time, the energy, okay, gather your resources at this time. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, Sagittarius. But if there were any messages for you, please feel free to let me know. Your likes, comments, subscribes are greatly appreciated. And we are moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio rising, Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon. This is a pretty nice lunation for you, okay? The the new moon in Cancer is hitting your 9th house, okay? Adventure, exploration, travel, higher education, a lot of learning, okay? Very supportive energy and very healing energy. This is a great time to set intentions around learning or traveling. Like, the traveling might not be happening right now, but you're setting those goals, right? Like, you're starting to create that fund. You're starting to learn about new things, learn about new places. Very much a time to get yourself into learning energy, asking yourself what faraway places are calling to me, or what ideas have I been too busy or distracted to explore. Explore new places, watch documentaries, read new books, okay? For those of you that don't have a starting point, I heard this thing about and I always think about it with the 9th house, astrocartography really being a great starting point, because so with the astrocartography, you're looking at the map and kind of where your lines go through the world, and I'm gonna say, like, kind of learning about the different energies there and seeing what resonates with you. All right, just kind of check in with yourself. This is like a starting point for those of you that are interested, all right? But for some of you, like, if you already know, hey, I want to learn more about this place, or I want to save up for this, very much a great time to get started on that, okay? You have the 10 of Swords and the Chariot showing up over here, okay? I do feel like Mama Moon right now is kind of, you seem to be like on a hold, on a halt, not a lot of forward movement happening right now, because there's still a lot of learning that you're going through, okay? Some of you could be feeling very upset, hurt, betrayed. You could be feeling betrayed by others, betrayed by society, betrayed by yourself over here. But I get that you're almost out of the woods. You're just not quite there, because there's something in your understanding, in your mental space, your mental sphere, okay? The 10 of Swords, to me, I'm not seeing a lot of forward action, and we're seeing this with the Chariot as well. There's not a lot of forward movement right now, because your brain is hyperactive. You're learning, okay? Open yourself up to learning at this time. I'm gonna say, don't be afraid to slow down. Don't be afraid to regain your energy. Be okay with being in an energy of chilling. Like, chilling, relaxing is not a bad thing for you right now, because it's almost like you're physically relaxing so that you can be more mentally active at this time. Allow your mind to be like kind of focused and expanding over here. All right, so let's see what else you have. Yeah, you have the 2 of Swords. Yeah, you're gonna have choices over here, okay? Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna say Cancer energy might be significant. You have the Chariot and the Queen of Cups, which are Cancer energy. So I was gonna say, like, Cancer energy might be significant in the sense that you could have like people with those placements, coming your way, like nurturing you, trying to take care of something. You could have like mothering energies. It doesn't have to be like your physical mother, right? It could be, just nurturing energy around you. Open yourself up to that if it's coming your way. But also, like, I to me, this is emphasizing the this lunation. I feel like this lunation, this new moon in Cancer in the next 6 months, and because like they're gonna be so important for you. This is a great time to start establishing yourself and establishing, like, setting your intentions. Okay, like that's really how I'm seeing it. Because it's like I'm seeing like the sun and the moon over here, right? Like in your outermost and in your innermost. So I feel like this is going to be such a pivotal time for you. You could have choices that are presented to you. So these choices could be coming right away. Like you might already be feeling like, oh, I need to decide between these two things. But yeah, or like this could be something that, as you're learning, as you're growing, as you're understanding things, then you're going to have this growth from like, oh, okay, yep, this is what I'm working with. This is what I'm learning about myself. And now I have to decide to make a choice. I feel like you're being asked to act from, which is exactly what the Cancer new moon is asking us to do. Act from a place of intuition, act from what feels good to you, from you nourishing yourself. Like, do the things that feel good for you. For some of you, you're learning about what feels good. That's this Ten of Swords and this Chariot over here. It's like, how can you charge toward what feels good if you don't have a list of the things that make you feel good? I mean, you don't have to make a list, right? But like maybe you just have it in mind. For some of you, maybe you do need to make a list. Maybe you do need to write things down. Okay, exploring that and even getting in touch with that and putting it out there, putting it out into the world. Like, these are the things that are making me feel good. This is what I want to feel. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. All right, but thank you so much for being here. All right, Scorpio, I hope that there were messages for you in this reading, and thank you. All right, we are moving on to Libra. Hello, Libra. Libra rising, Libra sun or moon. Welcome to your new moon in Cancer reading for you. This new moon in Cancer is hitting your 10th house. Okay, this is your career, your public persona, how you're showing up in your social circles, like around, like in those positions of power, authority. You could very much be seen at this time. You could be in the spotlight. People are going to be noticing what you are doing. This is a great time to set intentions around how you are showing up and how it is that you want to show up. Okay, your status could be changing. Okay, you could have like like promotions, your career. Like, you could be setting intentions around, right, like working for that promotion for the next 6 months, really leveling up. Okay, the recognition is coming if you are doing the work. Okay, something, there is that supportive energy out there. Okay, but it is going to come with a need to be vulnerable, with a need to be open, right? This is stating what you want, working toward it. For those of you that are afraid, I'm just going to throw this out there because there's always like different experiences here. If you're afraid of being in the spotlight, if you're afraid of being seen, why is that? Are you welcoming in that recognition? Because your hard work is paying off, but are you open to receiving that recognition and open to being in the spotlight here? So let's see, Libra, what Mama Moon wants to tell you right now. All right, we have the Temperance card and the Fool showing up here. Yeah, delayed beginnings is what I'm gonna say. Like, delayed like, you might, right, like these changes in your career, these changes in how you're showing up, things like that. Like, there could be delays in regards to that. Some of y'all are being asked to find moderation within yourselves is what I'm seeing with the Temperance card reversed. So what you could be, I mean, actually, I'm gonna get a clarifying card. I haven't felt the need to get a clarifying card yet, but let me see. What does Libra need to moderate? What are they working on? Ace of Cups. Oh, love. Yeah. Okay. Well, love, feelings. Your feelings. All right. That's it. Yeah. So doing the things that you love, doing the things that feel good is what you're aspiring to. Ultimately, coming from a place of love, something that you enjoy, something that you feel good doing. Okay, are you paying attention to those things? Look, this is what the new moon in Cancer wants us to do. Okay, so that's why we're getting these messages. That's what Mama Moon is saying right now. Okay, but finding moderation, I'm seeing it in your material realm as well. Okay, so I don't know, where are you overdoing certain things? Where are you expending too much of your energy? I'm gonna say like a good time to set intentions around kicking bad habits, kicking addictions, kicking anything that isn't helping you charge forward, isn't helping you, you know, climb. Like, I don't know, it's like if you are being seen, remember that you are being seen right now. So are there any parts of you that are hindering the way that you are being perceived, right? So maybe you are working toward a promotion, right? But then you're over here like really stressed out, and people are like, well, I don't know if this person's ready for a promotion. Look at how stressed they get, right? So there's almost like this need for you to kind of check in with yourself, to make sure that you're nurturing, loving yourself, so that you're like, okay, look, I am, you know, this is how I want to, I'm calm, I'm collected, I can handle situations, you know, like it, but it has to be genuine, okay? It's not just like I'm pretending that I'm stress free to get that promotion. It's more of like, okay, how am I actually working on the things that are stressing me out and finding that balance within myself? That's just an example, okay? But, you know, I'm just gonna, you know, take it, apply it however it means to you, okay? Yeah, with the Seven of Wands, I do feel like standing in your power, not being afraid to show your light is going to be important. With the Six of Cups, for those of you that are, you know, I feel like a couple of things. There's something about your inner child. There's something about your inner child. It could also be like your home life. Okay, the 10th house, you know, at the opposite end. Like is fourth and home, and you know, your roots. Okay, so there could be something about your upbringing, your roots, that are showing up as you are kind of heading toward the spotlight. So you could be in need to address your inner child healing, really nurturing yourself, being gentle and kind to yourself. Okay, for those of you that there might be something that you need to reconcile in your public sphere. So like maybe relationships that need reconciliation around your career, like your boss, like you need to make amends with coworkers, you know, like that kind of thing. I'm also seeing here, okay? It's like you're not backing down, you're standing in your power with the Seven of Wands. This is a very strong energy, but that also means not being afraid to say sorry when something didn't work out, like, right, like that doesn't, you know, you saying sorry or you're trying to make amends or bring balance to situations doesn't mean that you're not strong. It doesn't mean that you're, right, like being trampled all over, right? It's really about finding that balance with those connections that can be supportive. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, Libra, but thank you so much for being here. I hope that there were messages here for you. All right, if there were, please feel free to leave me a like, a comment, subscribe if you feel inclined to, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to Virgo. All right, hello, Virgo. Virgo rising, Virgo sun or moon for you. This new moon in Cancer is hitting your 11th house of community, okay? So you could be networking, you could be setting a lot of intentions around finding new social circles, growing your connections, okay? You could be encountering new circles and new communities. There's a lot of supportive energy out there if you open yourself up, and very much a time to ask yourself, how are you collaborating with others? And if your social circles are fulfilling and aligned to your values, okay? Very much a time to set intentions around finding like-minded peer groups here. So let's see what messages Mama Moon has for you at this time. All right, you have the Four of Wands, yeah, and the Five of Coins. Goodness golly, yep. Okay, look, the messages are just repeating themselves. Look, I think Mama Moon wants you to know what you already, like this, okay? It's just, sorry. So the Four of Wands speaks to communities that, well, it can, one of the aspects of it here, you know, and I'm really seeing this, it could be communities that are not working for you with the reversal, okay? Because this is a sense of community, union, people coming together, feeling good, feeling spiritually supported and connected. The reversal to me is saying, and with the Five of Coins over here, right, that some of these communities are not making you feel good. Some of you might actually be releasing old friend groups, or you might be releasing social circles that just aren't aligned to who you are. This is just the repeating message, okay? So don't be afraid. I think Mama Moon is saying, like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If there's somebody that you need to let go of, then there's resources out there. The Five of Coins is, to me, the reversal is saying healing energy, resources out there, support is out there, but you have to be willing to do the work, okay? For others of you, it could, if you were like, well, I've had these, I really don't want to let go of the social circle, right? But it's not quite doing it for me. Like, something's not right, something's not working. It could be about finding new ways of working within that social circle, right? Like, something still needs to shift with the Five of Coins. You still need to find a new way to approach things, to find that balance. You know, if something's not feeling good, it's like you're seeking answers. Like, things can't stay the same, as what Mama Moon is saying, right? Like, something's got to shift. So do you need to release certain social groups, or do you need to find a new way to get along and new ways of, kind of being in that circle. Okay, yeah, you have the Knight of Wands, you have the Queen of Pentacles showing up over here. Okay, yeah, some of y'all you could be finding support. I feel like there is going to be more support out there for you. It could be people wanting to provide you opportunities. I do feel like, look, open yourself up to these connections. Okay, with the Queen of Pentacles showing up all the way over here, like I feel like somebody over here kind of providing you new, I don't know. Dang, I'm sorry. I even heard like job offers. So like maybe opening yourself up, you could be getting some sort of job offer, something that's going to strengthen your material realm. Okay. If it's not like a job offer, it could be finding energy and like new people that are maybe going to help you. I don't know, like find balance in your living space, help you work on your health. Like, I don't know, something in your material realm is leveling up over here. And I feel like there's support out there. Okay, with the Knight of Wands, I'm seeing it as like be mindful of how you're communicating also as well. Like you could have people kind of come and go, so be mindful of like flighty energy, but also like how you're sharing, like that you are not allowing, I don't know, like maybe okay, like I'm seeing like being really angry and then speaking out everything, and then you're like, rah, 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 like I'm like really frustrated and rah, 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 and I'm seeing it as like, that can create a lot of chaos, right? Like maybe you are really discontent with some people in your community, right? But I'm seeing it as kind of don't be too I don't know, like don't start fights that you don't need to, right? Like you do you, okay? You get along with your people how you want to get along, but that's how I'm seeing it over here. Okay, like that you can still communicate your needs and say what it is that you need without, having to start unnecessary super fights, right? I'm also seeing it as like don't burn any bridges. I don't know. So maybe like maybe that's what it is. Okay. Yeah. Like, maybe you're just kind of taking a break from certain communities. So you don't have to be like, I'm done with you forever. I never want to talk to you again. Right. It's like you're not burning bridges. You're just kind of like, I'm going to back off slowly, or I'm going to look at, kind of what's out there, open myself up to new energies, and kind of slowly like veering in different directions. Okay. So yeah, that's what I have for you right now. Thank you so much, Virgo. I hope that there were messages for you here. If there were, please feel free to leave me a like, a comment, subscribe if you feel inclined to. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. And we are moving up on to Leo. All right. Hello, Leo rising, Leo sun, Leo moon. For you, this new moon in Cancer is hitting your 12th house. Okay, 12th house of spirituality. You have the 12th house of the unseen. Okay, introspection. This can be a very emotionally charged time for you. Okay, you could be finding a high need to retreat, to be in private. Okay, this is an important time to set some intentions around inner work and healing. I do feel like a lot is being asked of you right now. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Okay, but this is going to be important to take some time away from others, to reassess, take those mental health days if you need to. Very much a time to work on your sleeping patterns, your habits, your routines. Okay, because your psyche can be very active right now. So you could be encountering a lot of your shadows, right? So fears, insecurities may be arising. An important time to ask yourself, what are these shadows? If I feel like I'm gonna say, Leo, like I do feel like this is very hard work, but the benefits of doing this work is that you do come out stronger, right? That you close out big cycles, that you get to kind of start fresh again if you're willing to put yourself into this. But asking yourself what shadows you're continuously encountering and how you can work with your shadows to accept yourself completely is going to be so important. Okay, a good starting question is like, when these fears arise, when these insecurities arise, when these angers, frustrations, whatever it is that's showing up comes up, what is it telling me about what I need? Okay, so let's see what messages you have from Mama Moon right here right now. You have you have two cards showing up for you here. The Four of Swords. Yeah, look, we were talking about this. The Four of Swords. A lot of rest. Okay, a lot of rest and asking for support is what I'm going to say with the Ten of Wands showing up reversed. I always see it as you do not need to do this by yourself. Yes, you're doing a lot of learning for you. Yes, you're going into the depths of your mind if you choose to. And, being asked to do a lot of work, and it can feel like you're carrying so much on your back. And it might even make you feel like you might feel right, like the way I heard it is like you might feel like you're losing your mind or something like that, because there's so much happening over here. But there's this reminder that you don't have to do it alone. While you are taking this time to rest and recuperate and recharge, do not be afraid to speak yourself. I feel like some of you, like, you're shushing yourselves, or you're not wanting to talk about it. So while a lot of this is very introspective and very internal work, I do get the sense that you could find support. So this might not even look like people, like for some of you, like maybe you do want to consider talking to a therapist, talking to a counselor, a life coach, something like that, a spiritual healer, or religious support, something like that. Open yourself up to things like that. But if you're not ready to talk things out with people, this could look like learning about things, reading, right? So reading about your shadows, reading about how to work with yourself. So doing a lot of healing. I'm getting, yes, very private, very important work that is ultimately going to come from you. But you, I don't know, like, you don't have to do it alone, like that's really what I'm seeing here with the Two of Swords. I'm gonna say, like, I'm almost seeing it as like a suggestion of, like, you have to decide how much of this you're willing to take on. Some of you might feel like, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm ready to do a lot of this work. So you have a choice to make here. I feel like just something I'm gonna say, like, it's like you don't have to take everything all at once, right? Like, you might be choosing to work on certain aspects of yourself, but you don't have to feel like I'm working on everything like at once. Like, I don't know, I'm just gonna say that. um Look, with the Ace of Cups over here, things coming your way. Okay, some of y'all could be, look, you're healing. I feel like you're emotionally healing. I'm getting a sense of hurt over here with the Ace of Cups showing up reversed. Maybe there was something that you really wanted to pan out that didn't, and now you're stuck in this, how do I find other emotional fulfillment again? I feel like finding that within yourself is going to be first, filling your own cup of love first, especially if you're feeling very disillusioned. Okay, I feel like that's some of the energy that Mama Moon wants you to work with right now, with the double energy showing up here as well. I'm going to say, be very mindful of the things that are keeping you trapped. For some of you, it could be work related, like a boss figure that's really on your behind. It could be, or people, like, do be mindful of people. It could be Capricorn energy. It doesn't have to be, but just kind of people that embody that, like, I'm telling you how to live your life energy, and really checking in with yourself about freeing yourself from what other people are telling you, like, that you maybe need to do, the things that are keeping you feeling trapped, being mindful of any addictions, being mindful of any bad habits that you are facing right now. I feel like you're being asked to release those, okay? Because I'm going to say, with the 12th house being activated right now, that can also rule like escapism and seeking out this, like, like, it can be involved with, look, I'm just gonna throw this out there, right? Like, with a lot of drinking, or kind of doing escapist activities, like things that help you get away from situations, so kind of be mindful about that energy, that just gonna throw that out there, okay? Release things that aren't making you feel good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, Leo, but I hope that there were messages for you here. Good luck on your healing journey. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and I'll see you again sometime. Maybe. Because if I'm wrong, it wasn't just me. It's what you're seeing. Hello, Cancer. Cancer rising, sun, moon, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome for you. This new moon in Cancer will be happening in your first house. This is your house of yourself. Okay, so you can find yourself setting roots, uprooting who you are, actually taking a lot of action toward your goals, taking this time to focus on yourself. You could be working on your appearance, really thinking about how it is that you show up. This is an important time for self-care, emotional well-being, emotional growth, okay? Some of the key questions for you here at this time are, what parts of me are evolving, and how can I honor how who I once was made me who I am today? So let's see what messages are here for you from Mother Moon. All right, we are starting with your inner world over here, all right, with the Knight of Wands and the Six of Coins. I do see this as a time to slow down, all right. You could be getting reignited, finding a lot of passions, being very excited about getting something going. But Mama Moon right now is saying, hey, make sure that you slow down, that you don't burn yourself out or tire yourself out. Open yourself up to receiving with the Six of Coins. Showing up in this position, okay, it could very much be a time to like open yourself up to opportunities, okay. Really, saying, hey, if somebody wants to offer you something, accepting it, okay. I feel like it's your time to receive at this moment. I see, you do seem to be coming out of some frustrations, okay, especially if you've been really frustrated working towards something and not seeing a lot of progress. I get the sense that you doing the hard work will get you out of these frustrations, okay. Make sure that you're taking care of your money at this time is something that I'm seeing here. But any like bad habits, like if you're redirecting your energy toward like bad habits, addictions, anything that's tiring you out, that like that you're really tied by, that you're bound by, okay. I feel like you're being asked to release this over here in order to get you out of these frustrations. There's cycles, there's things that you're repeating in your material realm that are keeping you from welcoming in this new version of yourself. So what is it that you need to release in order to feel more complete, to really charge toward the things that are making you feel good? Capricorn energy could be significant. You could have either a Capricorn person, it could be even like a boss vibe or something. Be mindful of that energy, I'm gonna say, because it could come with a lot of office, or it could come kind of, I don't know, I'm getting like, it could be like, hey, like, let's work on this, like, hey, let's hello, Cancer rising, Cancer sun or moon. Welcome to your reading for the new moon in Cancer. Happy rebirth to you all. So for you, this new moon is happening in your first house. This is your house of self, okay? So you could be setting roots, rerouting, uprooting who you are becoming. You could be finding yourself, like you could be coming out of your shell. You could be